Hey there, hi there, it's your tin toy, eugenetintoy, the little tin toy company. I bid you welcome to my stream? Question mark? I don't know, folks. I'm gonna yap for a little bit. If the stream craps out, it's because my bitrate's trash. It's alternating pretty hard here, so I'm not sure what's going on. So that's why my intro was kind of half cocked, half butt, as they say in the business. Yeah, this isn't good. Did stream yesterday because I put up some window blinds for your tin mum, and she was real happy about those. But yeah, those took me like about 6 hours. I'm not handy toy at all. I cannot fix anything. Unless it's a computer. I can fix computers, no problem. But, you know, furniture... I mean, I can make attempts, but attempts doesn't automatically mean successes. But, yeah, I'm just gonna yap for a bit. My bitrate's kind of trash right now. I'm actually quite upset this is happening again. I don't think it's, like, too much of a systematic problem, because I've gone times without it crumbing out, but I'm just gonna yap for a bit, like I said, and just if it normalizes for long enough, I'll jump in the screen to the game. Excuse me. Playing I almost said Majesty. It's not Majesty. We're not playing Majesty today. I'm playing Tropico 4. I was in the mood for some Tropico. I am terrible at these games. Really bad at these games, in fact. There it goes. 0 KBS. Heck yes! If you're watching the VOD, and I'm getting silly here because I'm crashing out over this bitrate crap. Crashing out so bad. Doesn't help the fact that, like, I'm watching my stream on, like, my background here, and I am so far, the stream's so far behind to where I am right now. It's just like, it's bananas. I'm bananas. You're all bananas, especially me. So yeah, I don't think the stream's happening. So I'm just gonna yap for a bit until I get tired of seeing my that one blip red bar in OBS. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm actually kind of... words cannot describe how much fury's smoldering within me. I cannot contain it all. I'm like turning into a puddle of tin. A slag of tin. Ugh, I don't know what's going on with the internet. Like, it's just absolute trash. And it's not the internet. It's not internet. It's just, you know, I don't know why it keeps happening. I should actually look this up. Let's see. Oh, bitrate. There's still 2 T's in bitrate. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not gonna look it up. I'm focusing attention on something I really want answered, and I'm not yapping. So heck with that. I'm gonna play it. Yeah, unfortunately, if this is not gonna happen today, it may not. But I want to just hold out hope that it does. See, every time I say that, just like, oh, you're holding out hope? Nope. But if it doesn't happen today, I'm moving it. Definitely move it tomorrow. I usually have Mondays off, but I had off yesterday, and looks increasingly likely that I'm gonna have off today. So I gotta make up the time. I don't gotta do anything, but I do want to make it up. I want to stream, but sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. Sometimes there's things beyond your control that you gotta deal with. Like kitty cats, you know, you gotta bend your schedule around them. Right, Frodo? Except instead of having these cute little furry friends that bring you all kinds of joy, you got this cold, calculated, crappy connection that just brings you frustration and a smoldering rage that's gonna boil over. That's what it's like. You ever notice when, apropos of nothing, you know, a nice segue there. You ever notice when you want to hold your breath, and you always take the biggest, deepest breath, like in human history? It's like, oh, I'm gonna take a small breath and I'm gonna hold my breath for a few seconds, but then all of a sudden you have to go, and you just like, you keep breathing in and breathing in and breathing in and breathing in, and your body finally says, okay, you're good to go to hold your breath. It doesn't even help at all. You still hold it for like 5 seconds for, oh, I need to breathe out or breathe in. It's like, yeah. It's like your body knows you want to hold your breath. It's like, okay, time to hold breath. Take that deep breath. It's like, well, I don't want to. I just want to hold it for like a couple seconds while I go past like the can or the little box. I tell ya. The tin and human body are mysteries to us all. Especially to me, since I'm a tin toy. I have no idea the mechanics of how my body works. How am I moving on my own? Magic? I don't know. Magic, perhaps? Yeah, I was actually... Fro took a nice stinky one, and boy, does she take... I don't understand how such a small animal, the smallest animals, take the stinkiest poops. Because they do. Let me tell you, this Frodo, woof. And her litter box is like right outside my door. Not exactly, but like 5 feet away from my door. 10 feet if you want to be generous. And boy, oh boy, even with my door closed, this cat, just get fumigate upstairs here. Holy moly. Right, Frodo? Yep, no, she knows. She knows, and she doesn't care. Not one iota. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be streaming today. Like when I think, oh, okay, let's go, it changes. I don't know if it's like reading my mind or my will or what, but oh yeah, I think I want to do at least that much. I'm not stammering over my words. There's a feature article on Game Informer. I'm subscribed to them, so I get to see these articles, but I'm not gonna read them off because, you know, that's rude, and there's other means of finding those articles online. But they did an article called "Have You Seen These Games?" And they're basically talking about like ones that were like announced, but we never heard from them ever again. The top one obviously being Beyond Good and Evil, which was announced like, honestly, I think it's older than a lot of people at this point. 2006 it was? One second. Was announced in 2008. That is 18 years. Oh boy. It's gonna be... Yeah, probably... It's gonna be graduating high school this year. Gosh. That announcement was pretty funny, too. It was like where PJ, the little pig guy, is snoring, and then he like he inhales or fly through his snores. That was really funny. Then Jay's just chilling out there, sitting down, not making a peep. Then you got that weird like open world trailer where Jay's like the villain or some such crap. I don't know what they were trying to do with that trailer. I didn't like it one bit. What's wrong with just wanting to play as Jade and go around taking photography of bad guys and doing some like fun stealth puzzle missions? But no, everything has to be, this is the largest open world yet. It's 10 trillion miles wide and tall. And it's like, okay, well, you do in it. Well, you just run through it most of the time. Well, okay. Like, I like AC Shadows, but that world's way too big. And most of it's just forest. Gorgeous, yes. Oh boy, that game is gorgeous. Don't believe you me, it's great. But it didn't need to be that big. Like, honestly, when it comes down to it, I don't mind big games when I can just get, like, it's like lays about in. But I think, honestly, they need to cut them back. Just make them condensed. Like, I think Night City and Cyberpunk was a bit too big too, but it was, but didn't feel it. It felt condensed. There was a lot of stuff going on. They probably could have had more stuff within that stuff, like side missions and all that other junk, but it just felt nice and dense. These other games, they're just wide open and barren. And I think that could work if it's part of like the story they're telling. Like Witcher 3. There's a lot of riding around in that game and things are pretty sparse, but it gave like a sense of location, because once you cross a certain threshold, it becomes Redanian. Below that, it becomes Nilfgaard. So you like, it's like you're passing like a invisible barrier and entering different like regions, and it was very effective. And you don't get that in any like other open world games. It's not like telling a story in its design. But yeah, I like go with like just like a nice medium-sized thing. Like if they ever making another Assassin's Creed that isn't a remake, and I believe they are. But if they go revisit Japan, I think what they really need to do is go back to their roots. Like my ideal like Assassin's Creed game and set in Japan would be in the 18th century, after the Sengoku Jidai, before the Meiji era, where this so-called peace. But this is the era that Zatoichi is set in, and there's like corruption and all sorts of like evil landowners and merchants and all that junk. And he gets into adventures and helping the local people against these factors. And I think they should do that. Have it be set in like that area, that like 18th century Edo. It's a city map, going back to its roots, and it doesn't have to be massive. And that way, you can just run across the rooftops and do all this other fun parkour stuff. And you don't have to run across barren paths and all that sort of thing. Like I said, it's gorgeous, but when it comes to a gameplay point of view, there's not really much there. Not at all. So having a game set in like a big city where you can just get creative with like the city layout and add all kinds of pretty nonsense, and it'll be condensed, it'll be compact, so there'll be NPCs and hustle and bustle and all that other junk. That would be really fun. Yeah, so that would be really nice if they went back to that. I mean, I never played that other one. What the heck was it called? Mirage. Never played that one. Never really interested me. The setting looked cool, but I really didn't care about Basim. Like, I know his story. I really never found him all that compelling. He was just like a stoic dude. Like, seems like they try to give him more of a personality in the Mirage, but I don't know. I'd probably put him on the lower end of Assassin's Creed protagonists. But like I said, I didn't play it, but going by Valhalla, he wasn't really all that compelling to me. And thus I did not care about his backstory. So I guess if I were to get the game, I'd be playing it more for the setting than for the character. But you need more than just the setting for those type of games. Well, so far so good. I'll yap for another 10 minutes, and if it's looked like it's stable, then I'll jump right in. Maybe I'm being proven wrong. Okay, as I said that, nothing changed to the bitrate, so hopefully maybe things are getting better. Anyways, I digress about that whole open world crap. I just basically want, if they ever make Beyond Good and Evil 2, they should make like the first one. That was open world, but wasn't massive. It was a nice sized game. The only function of the open world was where you drove around in it in your hovercraft, and you went to like mission areas. You went like to the town, or to like say a prison. Like let's call it the prison. To go snoop around because you're a photographer and they needed proof of wrongdoings. Pardon me. Pardon me. So that's all the function. But you did like combat in it, and it was very rudimentary and wasn't terribly interesting, but it was just there to change things up a little bit, and so I didn't really mind it. But yeah, not this huge open world. Oh wow, you go from one planet to other planet into space, then just 200 million worlds, and it's all proc gen. And knowing Ubisoft these days, AI gen is like, oh, who cares? He has a character creator, which I do like character creators, but come on, you already have Jade there. She's a great protagonist. Bring her back as a playable character. That's all you need. Anywho, let's see here. There's another game, Aftermath. Crash lands on space. Okay, reached out to the game's publisher on Steam, performing along or working on the game as of 2022. That's post-COVID too, so I imagine COVID killed the development of that one. Oh, is it? No, it's a publisher, so not the developer. Okay, Doki V, Marvel's Iron Man, a little devil inside. Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was kind of silly. The Lost Wild. Great Ape Games. File purchases. Saskia Investigator Poor. An expanding heavy fourth island. Oh, that's right. Speaking of Lost Wild, there's supposed to be a Jurassic Park game that's coming out or being developed that puts you in the shoes of some lady, exploring the post Jurassic Park movie park. Let me see that Jurassic Park game. I'll see upcoming game. I think it is just called Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park Survival, that's right. Something tells me we won't be getting any guns in that one. Let's see. Just the day after the events of the beloved 1993 Jurassic Park film and surviving the first-person action game is InGen scientist Maya Josie in the single-player action-adventure game. Release date to be announced. Of course, it's to be announced. Looks good though. It also looks like not a game I'd be playing on stream because the graphics look really good and it's gonna annihilate everything. Oh, this is all this is all pre-rendered. Ugh. That'd be nice though. Looks cool though. I would definitely buy this. Oh, Jurassic Park. That first film, dog. That's a stone cold classic. I'm due for a rewatch, but yeah, man, everything about that film came together for me. Such good. I really like Alan Grant, CM Neal. Got me into his filmography, Something Fierce. awesome performance all around. Incredible performances. Like, not the most complex, but like just characters that bring like a humanity contrasted to the natural chaos chaos of the park itself was really grounded things. Like the emotional core was there, the human core was there. Then you have all this fantastical things around it. That's why the films work. You need that emotional and humanistic core to like any of these stories. Then you could make the most outlandish film imaginable. But as long as the core is there, then people will be able to relate to it. You know, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Richard Attenborough, great stuff. Really great. Hold on to your butts. Let's see here. Any of these I've seen? Marvel's Blade. Yeah, they came in. Marvel's run by a bunch of jokers. I tell you, like I don't like those films. Like after the first Avengers film, I clocked out hard. I came back for like Guardians 1, which I did like that one. And Iron Man 3 was alright. Everything after that, like I did watch them all, but it's like always after the fact, like not long after the fact, but like maybe a year and a half or so after the fact. And like, well, yeah, that was a thing I just watched. Like it washed over me because one, I just don't care for those films anymore. Like my interest in superhero films began with I'll be honest, began with Nolan's Batman Begins, but ended with Zack Snyder's Justice League. Like the DC stuff was more interesting to me than the Marvel stuff, though I'm not gonna poo-poo Marvel. Like Iron Man 1, I rewatched that like several months ago before I started streaming. Still holds up, still great, really great film. Not gonna lie, still pretty alright. Like it was like first handful before Avengers, like you could tell that they let the directors actually direct. And so it felt like auteur, like a vision. Then Avengers happened, and it's still a pretty decent film, but Avengers was the beginning of the end for cinematography. Avengers 1 and just about every film after that, except maybe Guardians 1 and Iron Man 3. Occasionally, but not all the time, all of them look like trash, like absolute unholy trash. Like this looks like there's no craft. Like I'm not gonna say there was no craft put into it. Like all the people's hard work went into the film, but it was in service of a producer's idea of what a movie looks like, and they all look like crap. There's very dumpy lighting, very flat. There's no real good compositing done, so the characters stick out like a sore thumb upon that green screen. They use green screen. Like I'm not against green screen. Like people use that as a cudgel against the Star Wars prequel films, and I think that's very unfair. I mean, some shots look rough, but couple of them, for the very sole reason why is they use footage from the first movie. I'm talking about Attack of the Clones in this case, that they had to do a pickup shot, but in order to rebuild, it would cost too much to rebuild a set. So what they did was they took a shot from either earlier in the film or from the Phantom Menace. They painted out all the characters and they used a digital set there. And it doesn't look great, but it's like it shows you that what you can do with these digital sets. But the point I'm trying to make is they use green screen and they create these fantastical, physically impossible locations, these massive Jedi temples, this incredible Senate room, these pod racing stadiums, which I threw that as a joke. Through loop, that was a miniature, as was the Coliseum in Attack of the Clones, and I'm pretty sure they had some other ones, and maybe one in Revenge of the Sith. But it was in service of all these fantastical locations. Marvel uses green screen to paint on costumes and create freaking living rooms. They grind up these poor visual effects artists, then they lay them all off, which they did, by the way. And it's like, it's just disgusting. It's, ugh. Anyways, that's why I don't like the Marvel films. And plus, they just got boring. Like, they're all action comedies, which they do pretty well. I'll give them that, but it's just like all the characters just become the same character. Like Thor, pre-Avengers and the first Avengers is a completely different character from like Thor 3. He just became Tony Stark, who happens to wield a hammer. That's all he became. The only one that really stayed true to like what he was, like, you know, not even that much. Like I was going to say Captain America, but he's still like attitude-wise, sure, but plus, you know, then you had all this build up for things that never paid off. These character development being reset between films because you can't have the character developments. Like someone skips like Iron Man 2 to watch Iron Man 3. It's like, well, why isn't Tony acting like he did at the end of the first film? Why is he going full fascist? Like, you can't have character development in those films. You couldn't like trilogies, boom, boom, boom. That way it gets built off of it. But yeah, it's just, yeah, those Marvel films, did not like them on the whole. Like I said, I prefer the DC stuff, like Nolan's trilogy, Snyder's trilogy, including Watchmen. That was a fantastic film. Never read the comic book. I may someday, but I find those fans very insufferable, very gatekeepy. You know, I don't like stuff like that. I mean, the Snyder there's just a lot of Snyder fans out there. Not a lot of them, but there's a subset of Snyder fans that are insufferable too. So every fandom has them, and I know then they can be pretty off-putting for the films, but I get it. Like, you know. But, like, I think comic book fans can be more insufferable than movie fans, especially if they're very protective of, like, the franchises and the characters. But, you know, when it comes to, like, Batman, Superman, like, all these legacy characters, they have a storied history going back 70 years, 80 years, 90 century. Not that old, but what was that? 1938 maybe? So yeah, 8 something or other years. Yeah, whatever. Like, I gotta look at, I think it's 1938. When was Superman created? Look up this little detail to make a point. $1938. Hey, I got it. Anyways, they have these long storied histories in each era. Well, not even era. Each artist and writer, all through the entire career. I'll say career for these characters. Timeline, legacy. There's all sorts of permutations. They all have different interpretations and characterizations, and just they're all very different. And so when all these gatekeepers come around, say, well, you know, that's not my Superman. That's not what he would do. And it's like, one, he's doing Superman type of things. Two, his characterization's different, like in every single piece of media he's ever been in. You could say, oh, I prefer this way. Okay, but to say that's not him is just like a level of pretentiousness that I do not like. People's understanding of Superman begins and ends with Richard Donner's film. And I've talked about this before, but it's a great film, a decent take on the character, sure, but that's not the end-all be-all. People should really read like the first 10 issues of Superman action comics, like issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a compilation of like the first, I think actually of the first 10. Read half of those stories. Your mind will like, you'll explode. Your head will explode. Like, this is not my Superman. Because it's a Superman character. It's like the interpretation. You'd be like, you treat Zolcier and Siegel like you do George Lucas. They don't understand the characters and franchises they created? No. It's just how they saw that character. Schuster, excuse me. I didn't pronounce the t there. Siegel and Schuster. They had an idea for what the character was, and he was a strong man who fought for the working class and the downtrodden. And he used scary tactics. Like, you know, that famous scene that where he's putting down a car that is whitewashed. That car belonged to a bunch of like kidnappers who kidnapped Lois. He copped to them. He picked up the car. They jumped out and he smashed it because they were kidnapping him. Lois. And that was turned into, oh, he just gently puts it down because it's like out of control, like an out of control car, some crap like that. Because Superman smashing a car is violent, and we can't have that. It's a destruction of property. And another one, he destroys a shanty town so the government can step in and build better housing. The way he puts it, he becomes like a typhoon, a natural disaster. You won't see Superman do that anymore. People flip their freaking wigs. I mean, Man of Steel had destruction because it wanted to portray what a colossal battle between two demigods would be like. You could argue it was excessive, but if you watch the sequel, it builds upon it. So, yeah, like I could agree with like it probably was a bit excessive, like a bit tiring. But then you watch the sequel, it's like, oh, that's what he was going for. Like, you know, these filmmakers and writers and producers, maybe not producers. Well, it depends on the producer, not like executives. Actually, no, producers, not the executives, but they all have a vision for what they want the film to be, and every decision is a conscious one. They don't fall butt backward into ideas, or it's like, oh, let's get throw it in there willy-nilly. It doesn't work like that, but you know, Grant Morrison, their Action Comics version of Superman went back to the Golden Age roots. He was like borderline. Actually, I would even call him like a socialist character. That's basically what the Golden Age one was. Stood up for the workers. And like it's like I said, workers are downtrodden. And you probably won't ever see that character on screen because it was like, ooh, scary socialist wanting to help the poor. And you should help them by teach them how to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. Am I right or am I right? Take some personal responsibility. Okay. Sorry, I got a text from Tin Mom. But yeah, just this whole tangent is like for say I don't like gatekeepers when it comes to these characters. You know, if you don't like the adaptation, just say you don't like it. Same way you don't like the prequels. It's not that the people who made them were hack frauds who didn't understand the character or the franchise. Especially the one who created the franchise. It's pretentious and bad to say, oh, he made a film I didn't like. Or he adapted the character and I didn't like it. Simple as that. Simple as that. Yeah, like I said, I talked before. I did not like that new Superman film because they reduced him to like a caricature, and that's not Superman to me. People liked it, great. More power to you. I'm not gonna yuck your yum by saying, "Oh, wow, that was the wrong way to do Superman." And James Gunn is a hack fraud cynicist, cynical person, I should say. Though he does embody that Gen X cynicism that I don't like. Like J.J. Abrams has the same kind of Gen X nostalgia cynicism too. That's why he made The Force Awakens. They wanted to make a film, make them feel like they were kids again watching Star Wars, and it produced one of the most soulless films I've ever seen. I did not like those films. Those sequels, Star Wars sequels, did not care for them one iota. It was built, all of them. Water. All of them were built upon a shoddy foundation. I mean, Last Jedi was the only one that had some sort of like idea behind it and a point they wanted to try to make, but it was just a weaker version of what Lucas was saying in the prequels. But it was still an idea. But it was built on shoddy foundation, so it didn't quite work out, in my opinion. The execution left was okay, but not enough to overcome that foundational problem. Because, being a Gen Xer who grew up with the original Star Wars, and there was a kid when they saw it, J.J. Abrams wanted to recreate A New Hope. Though there's the First Order, the Empire, you have the Rebellion, or whatever the heck they're called, the Resistance. And how did you go from Return of the Jedi to the Force Awakens? No, details, mystery box. Can't do that. You need to think these things out instead of just chasing nostalgia. Nostalgia is the worst thing. It can work out a little bit, but you can't pander to it. Cannot pander to it. You could use it not as a weapon, but like build upon it. It's like, oh, here's some nostalgic stuff, but this is new, but here's a little bit of nostalgic stuff. Like, that's a little treat, but too often is it used just as the whole shebang, the whole foundational thing. Like they're building towards nostalgia, and it ends up like trash. It's cynical Gen X filth. I don't like it. It ruins everything. So, what I'm saying is Gen Xers need to stop making movies if they cannot get past their nostalgia for things from their childhood. That's all I'm saying. Everyone should be like that, actually. It's good to go back to the things. It's nice and warm, makes you feel cozy, because you can just let your worries melt away like they were when you were a kid, but you can't run away from them. You can't hide behind them. Yeah, let's see here. How's my thing doing? Anyways, that was a very long tangent to say this Blade game is never coming out. Because they couldn't somehow make Marvel in the current iteration, being the clowns that they are, cannot make a black half vampire, killing vampire work. Like, the premise is the film. You have the coolest dude in the room cacking vampires. There you go. That's the film. Oh, the big bad vampires are gonna find a device, do a ritual that blots out the sun forever, so the world is covered in darkness and they can have a feeding frenzy. There you go. Blade goes there, cacks dudes trying to ice skate uphill, doing cool kung fu and swordsmanship. He has shades on. It's night. He doesn't smoke. He has a full tank of gas, and he's ready to rock and roll. That's all you need to do. How can you muck that up? And I might talk about some things. I get into a little depth. What Blade represents, and this is a good reading. Like I really didn't think about this. I don't want to say I didn't think about it. I thought about it a little bit, but I really didn't have the words to put it. But what Blade represents as a character and in those films is that he's a black man fighting against white autocracy. Aristocracy, I mean. So that imagery does not sit well with people at Marvel and Disney. They can't have that because it's woke or political or whatever you want to call it, whatever right-wing reactionary buzzwords there are. They can't have a black man kill a bunch of rich white dudes, vampires, or white ladies too. Blade's not just gonna discriminate when it comes to vampires, but they can't have that because the imagery is potent and it gives people the bad ideas, and it's not very conservative friendly. So that's why they can't make it work, because they don't want to go down that route. And thus, it'll never be made. But, you know, my favorite superhero film of all time is Blade. So you already have perfection. So just as well, you got it. Not gonna tarnish the legacy of Blade. It would be nice to see him again in a video game form, but I don't think we will. Oh, okay. Arcane is developing it, so maybe it does have a chance of being all right. I trust them. And this one's not too old. They other than like let's see. However, there's no new news other than a 2024 financial briefing that the game is in full production. Okay, well that's at least something. Next Mass Effect. That's probably never coming out because BioWare is a shell of what it once was. John Clancy's Splinter Cell remake. Yeah, I don't know. Talked about before about Chaos Theory and no, I mixed up. It was not Pandora's Tomorrow. It's Chaos Theory. That was the best one because it changed the way stealth worked and no longer insta fails when you got caught. But then, you know, enemies will be a lot more alert, so they changed their patrol patterns and they started wearing like body armor if you start in helmets if you start doing headshots. Let's see, the Star Wars Knight Republic remake. I don't think that's ever coming out. State of Decay 3. Wonder Labs is largely quiet about the state status. System Shock 3. I don't think that's ever gonna come out. That was announced it way back in the day, but I really don't think it's gonna be coming out. Other ones. This is one I forgot completely about. BioShock 4. I completely forgot that we're gonna be making another one, and I have no hope of that one at all ever coming out. If I forgot about it, and I don't really pay attention to the news all that much, admittedly, but if the average person, if I forgot about it and I'm kind of tuned into the industry, the average person doesn't know this was ever in development. I know of a couple people who used to work in game press who were supposedly working on it, but I don't know. I don't know what their career is at now, but yeah, like some of these ones are like, oh yeah, it was a good article just for the fact that like, oh yeah, they're making that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. What's this one? So it's just like a reminder of all these things that were announced way back, but it's just not coming out. Still in development. It's like I hate to poo-poo it on about all those games too, but sometimes it's better to be realistic about these things, so you're not setting yourself up for disappointment. All right, it's been 50 minutes. Things have been going all right, so I think I'll jump into the game now and see it goes. At the very least, I could do the tutorial. All right, so what I'm gonna do is so this game uses where are you? Well, hang on a second. We'll go back to Yapping for a second. Where did I keep my stinking chat box? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I gotta fix things up. I mucked around too much with these scenes. Alright, sorry about that. Wait a minute. Why aren't you showing up, chat? Ugh, goodness gracious. I want to jump at the game, and now I'm just troubleshooting my freaking stream. Okay. I'm actually kind of annoyed I found that this is like a error that's gonna bother me now. I'm not gonna switch back after this. I just want to make sure. Why is it not working? Okay. Why should I just do this real quick? Is it because... So I'm using chatbot for this. Why it's not working out? I don't know why. Oh, this is why I'm stoned, because my bitrate fell to the floor again, so... Okay, that's not showing up there. I want to see this test. Test this one now? Okay, so if I... Okay. Well... Alright, let's see here. I actually go to my stream thing and chat in that real quick to say hello to myself. You know, I love saying hello to myself all day. Oh, no, I just mute that because I don't want to talk over myself. I get confused if I hear my own voice. Oh wait, no, that's my actual. No. All right, let's see here. Hello, me. Okay, so it's not picking up. All right, I'll have to muck around with that. I think it's maybe because my I think it's because my my YouTube account's not linked to it. Actually, I think that's exactly why. Okay, well, at least I know what's wrong, what I have to do to fix it. So if you ever come chat in here, it won't show up until I fix it, which will probably be after I stream here. Okay, all right. So this game uses licensed music, so I have the music turned off. So stuff you're gonna hear shortly is music from a lo-fi channel, so it's not gonna fit perfectly. Actually, it might even fit at all, but it's something at least. Yeah, no way is this fit, but hey, it's something. It's like nice lo-fi. I tried to find something, but a lot of these lo-fi channels now use AI slop, and I absolutely refuse to ever use that. Absolutely refuse. Even if they use AI images, I'm not gonna give that channel anything. The sooner this stinking caca technology dies, the better. Alright, I'll only run the tutorial.
I have decided to take up politics. I am sure that soon.
This is my character, by the way, El Presidente.
To future historians, I have started writing this journal. Here, I will keep a record of my rise to power and my struggle to make Tropico the best nation in the world. First, I have to learn how to rule an island nation. The famed Generalissimo Santana has decided to take me under his wing and teach me the basics.
Good. I can always use the basics.
Around my island, how to examine buildings and citizens and how constructions.
Oh wait, no, I have to do this one first. All right. Okay, here we go.
Hola, Presidente. It is me, Generalissimo Santana, your mentor and role model. I will teach you how to...
Hello, it's your friend, Palagina. Your paladin friend, Palagina. Okay, button. Okay. Look at these graphics. Oh, good stuff.
But even Presidentes have responsibilities. Tasks present you with objectives given by different factions, foreign powers,
okay,
or
good.
important people. Completing some tasks may even yield a reward.
I should write down when I started playing, so I can do a thing. That way people don't have to hear me rant about Marvel movies and how Marvel stinks because they can't make a stinking Blade film. I'll set that one up, okay. Oh, there it goes.
Fortunately, people like us, amigo, have lackeys whose job it is to...
Well, let's do this one tutorial that they'll call it there. This is I'm actually gonna flip through the floor right now.
Near the right edge of the screen.
Okay.
Well done, amigo. The task summary will keep you informed about your objective and other important events, such as elections and rebel attacks.
Good.
Thanks to our top-secret dictatorial spy satellite, you can view your beautiful island in high definition and in color.
Ooh.
Amazing, isn't it? Let me show you the controls. Move your mouse cursor to the edge of the screen to pan the view in that direction. Close this message and try this now.
Pan the view. Edges of the screen. This music, man.
Sometimes you'll want to take a closer look at your domain. That is why our spy satellite is equipped with a space telescope. Turn the mouse wheel to zoom in toward the position of the mouse pointer. Alternatively, you can use the page down key.
Alright, let's see here. Zoom in on these shanties.
Good job, amigo. Now, zoom out a bit. Use the mouse wheel or the page up key to zoom out.
I'll use the mouse wheel because page up and page down edit my my faces.
Now, let's turn around. Hold the middle mouse button or the Alt key and move your mouse left or right.
I actually don't use these all that. I really need to remember to use these. Reed made these really lovely faces. I never use them. I got those because one day I'll get an Elgato where it has all those like buttons I can just assign things to, and I'm like, that's exactly what I'm gonna use it for. Alt key. Both are pretty good.
Finally, you can change the angle at which you view your island. To tilt the camera, hold down the middle mouse button or Alt and move the mouse up or down.
I see.
Excellent. Now that you know how to command the camera...
Oh yeah, I'm an excellent camera commander. I earned that title by putting in the time. They call me Eugene, the camera commander. No one stands a chance against my command of cameras. Alright, below is me. Let's click on highlight buttons, accelerate passes of time.
Time flies when you're having
It
fun.
does.
But that's not all, amigo. You are so powerful that you can stop time altogether.
Oh, wow. Who needs bullet time when you have time stop?
Well done, amigo. Now we can examine the buildings on your island in peace.
Good. Get the rabble on my way. Nope, I don't want to do that. I'll click on
This is the info panel.
my
It
palace.
shows all the important information for this building.
Set wages and fees, worker modes, fireworkers, hiring for specialists. I'll explain these actually later. You can just be pressing, clicking at this. Of course, the Tropical's beloved leader. You!
The
Take care of it,
Tropical
pal.
Secret Police
Presidente.
provide you with
Because
detailed
if it's destroyed by
information
rebels'
about
trades, your
every
reign of
citizen
power
on your
will come to
island.
end.
Even their thoughts have been recorded and listed for you to review.
Dang. Man, we have some real advanced technology here on Tropico. Good thing only we have it. We can use it responsibly. This got out. Oh boy, I shudder to think what would happen.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
This is
Uh-huh,
the
uh-huh,
citizen
uh-huh.
info panel. It gives you detailed information.
Oh, that's right, yeah, the
about
family
citizens'
tree and all that
needs,
crap, that's fun.
happiness,
Oh, lives in the shanty, poor guy.
and political views.
Look at him arrested.
Constructing new buildings is very important, amigo. It is the main method to accomplish your goals and tasks. Let's construct a new logging camp on your island.
Alright, sure. Build a logging camp. Alright, how do I build things? That's what I want to do.
What matter requires Presidente's attention?
That would matter indeed. How do I build things now? Oh, okay, right click. Okay. Boy, oh boy, I'm really good at reading. Okay, right click. Food and resources. Logging camp. All right, where's the best place to put this? And near El Presidente's house. There we go. Well done.
Presidente.
Hey, I said that.
Builders have been dispatched to the construction site. They will gradually build the logging camp. Make sure that the game is not paused.
Remember, things take time in Tropico. Increase the game speed to pass time faster. Of course. Yoop. Up here they come. Off to work. Work, work, work. And that's how awesome Tropicans are. He's building this thing all by his lonesome.
Excelencia?
Dang, she's 58 years old and she's building this by herself. Amazing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I have 3 kids. You have 3 grandkids. Oh, here comes her backup.
Ocurre.
Oh, boy, now. Oh, wow. Our, oh, she doesn't have any kids. Just the 2 of them now. High construction priority. Okay. You get quick build. I remember this. You gotta pay some bucks to get quick build. It usually is never worth it unless you're really in dire need of a building. Pretty. Okay, well, I'll look at that later. Oh, here we go. I'll just fast forward a bit. There we go. Good job. A plus 100. I did look up a little bit ahead of time just to get my bearings because, like I said, I have 15 hours in this game, but I am absolute trash at it. In fact, I probably play this off stream too, just to get things up and running. Not this game, but like my own single player game, just to get the hang of things. The first thing I'm gonna do when I stop streaming is fix the chat situation. But I am gonna stop streaming because it went down to 0 for a sec. Now it came back up, and I can't stream in these conditions, and it's very, very, very annoying. I do not like this. But like I said before, go back. I am going to play this tomorrow. If you're watching the VOD, that's tomorrow, Monday, the 27th of April, 2026. Hello from the past. I hope you enjoy this. My future friends. Back then, in this times, I didn't have a fandom name for the fandom I don't have. Hopefully by then I will have something. That might be a community thing, but okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this lo-fi look at Tropico 4. But yeah, I'm going to be playing this tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just I want to do this stuff, but it won't let me. The internet won't let me. What's going on, internet? Why are you like this? Now here we go. Add YouTube channel. There we go. I could have just done it now. Yeah, of course. Continue. Yeah, whatever. I'll just. Okay, sure. Whatever. Excellent. All right, let's see here. Streaming tools. Always. Elements. Always. Streaming tools. Always. Okay. All right. Awesome. Oh, I don't want to do that stuff. There's some things, I think some people take shortcuts to get fame and glory and all that other crap, but I will not. I am not interested. And if you want to do that, Ray, I'm not going to poo-poo you. Not at all. Not at all. But yeah, I've seen people who have like maybe like one concurrent viewer, but they have like hundreds of followers. And like that can happen. I'm not going to say it's beyond the realm of possibility, but it's kind of sus to me. But you know, if you want to get your the algorithm to know it's your channel, then you know, by all means. By all means. But it's not something I'm gonna do. If I ever get an audience, it's gonna be through grit and luck. Certainly not skill, because boy oh boy, have you heard this guy, itstintime talk? Jeez Louise! Alright, where the heck is my... Alright, well, I don't know where... Okay, I'm not gonna muck with this now. I'm gonna muck with it. I'm on done streaming. So, once again, Once again, cough. Once again, I apologize for the very short stream. The internet has just been trash. Actually, like I said, sir, I can't even call it the internet. Like something's going on between the ISP and like the service. I just don't know what it is. I probably will have to call them and figure out, hey, every time I stream, my bitrate goes to crap. Not all the time, but a lot of the time, to the point where it's becoming a problem. So I will have to do that sooner rather than later. But right now, though, I have to sort this other stuff out. But I will make it up to you all tomorrow. I will be streaming. I will be streaming on this platform. So after I'm done streaming, I put up the video and the video link on my socials. Then I'm going to figure out stream elements for YouTube. That way chat works. And I will be streaming on YouTube. Did I mention I'm streaming on YouTube tomorrow? Okay, good. It's going to be, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be at 10 o'clock at night. So I have my obligation tomorrow. So Monday through Thursday, I have my obligation. And on Friday, it's a wild card day, like the weekend. Only thing I wish it wasn't a wild card is my freaking bitrate situation. Well, all right. Like I said, nothing to do about it. I could get upset, but ultimately, what's that going to accomplish? Make you feel good for a little bit, I guess. I'll just use the opportunity since I'm won't be able to stream now. Just go downstairs, grab a slice of pizza. That'll make me feel a little bit better. A nice cheese pizza. Actually, no, we got two pizzas: a large cheese and a small pepper and onion. And I'm a fiend for pepper and onion. Pin Grandpa, he was a pepper and onion fiend, and for the very longest time I was it. But now, I'm his age, 111 years old. Now I just can't get enough of that pizza. I love it. I still prefer cheese, but pepper and onion, probably my second favorite. I used to like pepperoni. Pepperoni is just pure grease. I can't eat that crap. Even when I was younger, every time I had one, I saw it's like, oh my gosh, why did they eat this filth? It did not make me feel good. Oh, where the heck my overlay go? Like I lost my chat overlay for okay, no, it's different. Okay, can I import my no? Okay, whatever. All right, that's why. Okay. I thought it would just be, boy, this streaming stuff is confusing. And it's not that confusing. I'm just playing that for yucks, but yeah, a lot, and things always come up, or I just become like I just put things off, which is terrible. I should have contacted Reen a while ago, but yeah. But like I said, I have things moving finally. I am learning stream elements a bit more, a little bit at a time. I've been just chilling out, playing video games where I could just be doing other stuff. But, I love video games. I think I have a problem a little bit. I need to cut back just a smidgen. But, yeah, I got things to work. I've been talking to Irene, been sorting through things. And I've been learning stream elements a little bit. Yeah, I got a lot of plans for this. It's gonna look like a good proper channel. It's not gonna be this bootleg crap you have there, except for the background. Background is so good. Oh my gosh. Lycos did such a fantastic job. Give them business if you can. Because the whole rationale is, you take a look at it, I want to go back to yapping here. Is that, let me use my mug out. Let me move my mug out of the way. Oh. So if you see here, the background is nice. It's the antique store I'm currently just chilling out in. They have the cashier, the modern, the dichotomy between the contrast between the of the antiquity and modern. You got the ancient cash register there to the modern computer with the credit card reader back there. So You got the stuffed animal, cutie stuffed animals. They have the video games. You have old cars with modern cars. You have on the left side of the outside the window there, you have like older looking buildings compared to the skyscrapers you see out the door. Then as you get closer towards the dollhouse here, the details of the furniture kind of get simplified because these are toys. I don't know if you knew that, but these are toy furnitures. The games in the bookcase over there. I probably should have talked about this when I got the dang thing made. But anyways, I'm doing it now, so why not? The bookcase is filled with games, but those aren't actually games. They don't make them that small. Those are paper mache, so shh, don't tell anyone. Yeah, they printed out. They made these little printouts of the edges of PlayStation games. They folded them in there and put them in the bookcase. But the bookcase is made of wood. All these things are made of wood. It's actually really high quality. The chair has leather on it too, which is nice. Very comfortable. And that TV is a very highly detailed model. It has an aluminum frame with some painted sides. That's aluminum. It looks like wood, but it's all aluminum. It has a little piece of glass. Or it might be that new thing called plastic. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. I can knock on it, but it sounds like glass, but feels like plastic. So do with that information with what you will. But it's really neat. Though that's a pretty advanced TV if I ever saw one. Now, I don't know about that one in the background. That computer, that looks very flat and flimsy. I don't know. Is that like an older one? I couldn't tell you. But this one I'm using for my console games is very advanced. Then you got the mug there, which is slightly taller than a mug, but it's pretty big. I'm surprised they actually found a eugenetintoy mug. Thought they were all destroyed, but hey, you know, these antique store owners, they get all kinds of stuff. And you have the wind up music box over there. I don't know if the wind thing works anymore, but it could. And the stairways do lead up. There is an upstairs, but it's currently under construction. I look up and there's no floor right now. And the other and the back wall is off to the side there, so you can't see that either. But yeah, this got cut in half. I got to stitch myself together with it. So don't you worry about that. But yeah, Legos did such a fantastic job on this. We worked pretty close on it. Worked pretty hard. But yeah, like he got what I wanted, and he just executed that perfectly. Amazing. But yeah, I just gotta sort things out, then everything will be okay. The okie dokie. Fact, I need to I need to name that something else. What can I rename this? Chat box. Twitch. So I'm working as I go here. But yeah, that was like the whole rationale for this background. It's just like a dollhouse set in the antique store, and it's a mix between the old and the new, and I think we came to a really, really good look here. Love it so much. Oh, excuse me, but a lot of things are in the works. Like, I'm really excited for the future. Like, it's been slow going. I even said this in the past. Like, I came out the gate swinging, and I still am swinging. But that's what I want to do. But I plateaued a bit on the channel wise, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not about that infinite growth. I'm not capitalist. And I don't own other people's labor, so even if I like capitalism, which you shouldn't, I won't be a capitalist because I don't own other people's labor. Anyways, or the means of production. Anyway, plateauing isn't necessarily a bad thing. This means you accomplish what you wanted, and you're just using the things you created to your best of your ability, then you get another spike to go. I'm gonna add this to the channel, or I'm gonna add that, or I'm gonna change this. Those are the spikes. Even changes, not necessarily upgrades, but changes are still spikes. So, but and I'm doing all this in service for me. I'm spending money. I don't care. It's just like a fun thing. It's like buying a video game. Like, it's just something I'm putting money into, and I'm having a lot of fun just with the creative process, working with these artists who are very nice and very talented. And it's just a collaboration. It's really fun, and as is the brainstorming, the iterations, iterating on the previous ideas, all that stuff is really, really fun. So I'm working on that things for the sake of myself, and it just adds to the channel. So eventually this channel is gonna look amazing. It's all gonna be for me. If people come along for the ride, the journey, create some memories together, oh, all the better. I would really happy if that were the case. And I hold out hope. May take a year, may happen next week. Who knows? But I'm hoping to get an audience. Yeah, so sorry I didn't play the game. Sorry, I only play it for about like 10 minutes, a tutorial. But that music type and like the general gist of what the game's gonna be like, you got a little sample there. But I really hope tomorrow's gonna be better, because this bitrate stuff is like very annoying to me. Like, I love streaming, I really like streaming, but it's just sometimes I can't do it. And the days I say I don't feel like streaming stuff because I didn't lose the love for it. It's just one of those days like, oh, I think I'll just take today off. Like, it's always good to take days off, or like I was in a really good mood, just like to do something else, and I did that. Like the other day, it was really nice out. I was outside. I was like, you know what? I kind of just want to chill after a nice day outside. So, I didn't stream that day. But, yeah. Tomorrow, I'm going to stream. It's usually my day off. But today, I'm going to stream. So, I wanted to stream tonight, darn it, and I couldn't. So, gonna make it up to you. And then all next week is gonna probably be my usual schedule. I'll probably stream. I'll try to stream every day, just to make up for lost time. But it'll probably be a wild card week. Lately, I've been putting things on my schedule, actual games. But I think it's gonna be a wild card week, just so that way, if I'm streaming every day, I can just choose a game at the last possible minute and just play that. So I have no breadth of games. Like, I will not run out for the foreseeable future. But it's not just about the type the games I own. It's just what games I want to play. Like, some days I just wake up, and even like minutes leading up to the stream, like, you know what, I kind of want to play this. That's why I started doing wildcards. So I don't like to force myself to play something. I mean, sometimes I do that and end up like, okay, I'm glad I did that. But sometimes, like, I don't think that's the best way to play a game. So I'm very fickle when it comes to games. Like, I can put so many hours into a game, and then not touch it because it's another game I want to play. So I go where the flow goes with me, and I try not to fight it. Though sometimes fighting it just means, okay, I'm glad I played this, like, sort of situations. But yeah, that's why it's gonna be wild card, Oh yeah, boy, I'm really like tangent heavy today. At least I'm yapping. Because this is on YouTube, so you're not gonna know. On Twitch, as of right now, for the next 5 days, is a VOD, multiple VODs, because I lost connection a couple times. But there's a VOD of RoboCop Rogue City, and it was probably one of the worst streams I've done. I couldn't get my yap in, like, my yap game just wasn't happening. so I wasn't terribly interesting to listen to. Like, I had the mush mouth. I'm actually kind of developing it right now. I can feel it. My mouth getting dry. Pardon me. I have to remember to drink my water. Otherwise I'll get like a mush mouth. A mush mouth. But anyways, my yap wasn't on. When I did yap, I had like kind of like a mush mouth, and that's gonna happen on my channel. You know, of all the videos you come to watch and you figure out, learn what I'm all about, now's the time. Perfect. But I just don't. It wasn't a good stream. I accidentally skipped a cutscene, and my stream died due to bitrate problems. So, most streams I end, I'm happy about. Even ton fewer ends. Like, okay, you know, it was all right. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Very, very, very few. I end the stream going, oh, I didn't like that. That was kind of like a rough stream. And far, far, far below that, I end the stream and actively hate it. And that was one of them. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, this was awful. Not like hate, but like, you know, you like do something like, oh man, that was awful. Like, you go up like a spelling bee, you completely mess it up, and you sit down like, oh man, that was awful. That was so bad. Like a bad interview. That was one of them. And I don't think I had that. I had that twice before. Resident Evil 4 Remake 1 was the final stream. That was because I got new, like I talked about this before. I need to stop saying that and just talk about it. I got new, like a medication dosage adjustment, and my bipolar kicked in something fierce, so I was very aggravated. I was going through some stuff, as the kids say. So, but that one, I knew I was feeling bad, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna re-record it. It took a while, but I did that. So you'll never see that stream. I was mad, like I was just miserable at end. So you only see the good stuff. And I think I was streaming Emperor Battle for Dune. And I think one of those streams, I was like, oh, that was awful. But yeah, I think I've come a long way since I started streaming. I'm almost coming up on a year too, which is nice. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Boy, I've just been so busy, and man, it's my birthday this Friday. Gosh, I've been so busy, I've been so wrapped up in all the streaming crap, that all these problems and, you know, obligation problems, that I forgot it's my birthday next week, May the 1st. And I don't do that May the 1st or May the 5th or whatever the heck be with you crap. I'm not gonna let Star Wars appropriate these important dates. No, sir. Let me see. When's that? I gotta see. What is that day? I see. What's Star Wars Day? Alright, what am I doing? Alright, Star Wars Day. So I know it's this Star Wars Day. Let's see here. The 4th. May the 4th, okay. It's the 4th, okay, so it's not... It's gonna overshadow that important date, but I still think that my birthday is a lot more important than Star Wars nonsense. Booey. But there's a day, but May 1st is a day, there's something going on that day that's a lot more important than my birthday. I'm not gonna say what it is because you gotta learn your history. Anywho, I might actually go now. I said I was gonna go like an hour ago, 2,000 hours ago, but I started yapping. See, I could yap when I want to. And when I have to yap about something, I will. I do try to... See, the trouble is that... For one, like I have a hard time being myself. I try to talk about things people might want to hear about, but ultimately, I gotta stop that crap. Two, I try to have a bunch of topics lined up, but I realize I don't have much to say about some of these. Like, really, like some... like, it's good to have some news stories, like, when it comes to, especially the game industry, and I try to get some... But, like, I realize I don't have much to say about them. It's kind of, like, self-explanatory, or I haven't given it much thought. But, you know, that's okay. But I really gotta just talk about things I want to talk about. And if people like to hear about it, great. So I have opinions on things. Especially things going on in the real world. But I'm not going to talk about that stuff here unless it's, like, truly, utterly heinous. And there's a lot of truly, utterly heinous there. But I kind of want it to be like a stream. People can, you know, escape from things if they have that privilege. Just for a little bit. But, yeah, like, there are things I like to talk about, and I think I'm just gonna start doing that. Just what interests me, if I can. Like, I'm still working on yapping while playing, and you know, I'm trying to train my brain to talk about different things other than like commenting over the gameplay, which is what I mostly do. I know I'm not exactly the most exciting. So I do kind of have like one mode of talking, and I'm trying to work on my inflections, though that's not really working out all that good. But you know, I'm not that good out that well. But I am trying. I'm trying to. Uh-oh, what happened here? My pen. Oh, what happened? Oh, jeez. Oh no. Oh man, I can just do this. I have my pen in my hands. I'm mucking around it. Alright, I'm gonna put this down before I break it. Like a little kid. Dang it, what else was train of thought? Oh yeah, I'm trying to just train myself to have better yap about other subjects while I'm playing the game. If like between lulls, it's like I'm just exploring about yap about other things, but I have a hard time doing that. I still have a hard time multitasking. I mean, me yapping while I'm actually playing the game on, like, commenting what's going over the game is still a mean feat for me, but my next step is just yapping about nonsense while there's, like, a lull in the action, so to speak, with these games. But, yeah, you know, it's all an ongoing process. I'm already better than I was when I first started. I could feel it in my bones, my tin bones. I just feel a lot better about everything I do now. I think I came out of the gates pretty alright, though. Not gonna lie. Like, I know, like, my debut stream was trash. I got through it way too fast. I didn't talk about anything. I didn't talk about myself. I didn't talk about... I was just very nervous, and I just... As someone who doesn't like to talk about themselves, I was supposed to talk about myself. So add the nervousness, not knowing what I'm doing ultimately at the time, and not liking to talk about yourself in a debut stream when you're supposed to talk about yourself. That was just a recipe for disaster. The fact that I got through it without breathing into a paper bag was a miracle in of itself. But yeah. Yeah, so that was something else. It was not good. Maybe on my 1 year, I'll do a re-debut. Okay, actually, I think you can hear a stream. Okay, no, there we go, good. Henya the genius is streaming, and I wanted to get her stream up to watch when I was mucking around my thing, and I want her to hear it, you to hear it in the background. All right, with that, much more talented people are streaming right now, so I'll let you go watch them. If you're here because instead of them, okay, hey, mwah, I shoot you a kiss. You got my love. But yeah, no, even while if I could, I'll watch them while I'm streaming. So I love them so much. But yeah, I'm always on the lookout for other indies, though. You know, gotta support each other. But yeah, just well, what can you do? Yeah, right. All right, I'm gonna go get some pizza, then sort out this chat widget crap for YouTube. Didn't realize it was just for Twitch. I should have if I actually looked into these things, but you know, you saw me. I can't even follow tutorials. Oh, an Alien Isolation sequel, a teaser for it dropped. I'm not playing those games, but Booth certainly will. And we gotta get her butt in gear, get her into this VTubing stuff, because she could play that on stream, and you can watch her jump through the windows in fear. Because, you know, the moment I get jump scared, I'm turning the game off. Sorry, I'm not built for that sort of stuff. I could barely get through Repo. And the only reason why I could get through Repo is because I'm a cute little robot, and those monsters aren't exactly super duper scary. They're unsettling, but not scary. But having a Xenomorph blast through like a grate and chase after me, though, apparently, from what I saw people playing it, like if it's chasing after you, you're kind of like you're done already. Like I don't think you could get away from it easily, unless you have like a defensive weapon. But I don't think even then, unless it's like the flamethrower or something, I don't think it's gonna do anything. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna sort this out, and hopefully tomorrow everything will be okay. And once again, I will be streaming tomorrow at 10 p.m. on YouTube here. Everything will go up after I stop streaming, which will be in 1 moment. So yeah, sorry for the short stream of gameplay. I'm actually surprised I went this long with the yapping, which I'm very proud of, but I will make it up to you tomorrow. So yeah, once again, I'm sorry if you clicked on this expecting Tropico 4 and this ended up with some weirdo yapping and a very not a very kind of voice that only mothers can love. But you know, the bitrate was up and down for when I was gonna do it, and I just don't want it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go normalize, but I'm just gonna do all this tomorrow. So I'm actually gonna jump right into Tropico tomorrow night. So I hope to see you back for Tropico, an actual Tropico stream. So I hope you all stay healthy, stay safe, and take care of yourselves. And I'll see you next stream. Bye bye.